What's up guys, Joe Parfanook here and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today's video, we are going to get into how you can find your first brand direct wholesale account for Amazon FBA. Purchasing brand direct simply means you are buying directly from the brand. So there is no middleman like a distributor that you have to deal with. I'm gonna cover exactly how you can find potentially profitable brands with a tool called Smart Scout. And we're gonna go over the proper filters to use and then what to think about once you do find these brands so you can position yourself in the right way. With that being said, let's get into the video so you can see exactly how you can implement this strategy in your business. And as always, if you got value, please drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get into it.
Guys, welcome to the tutorial portion of the video on how to find your first brand direct account. So we're going to use a tool called Smart Scout here. It's $97 a month for this version, which gives you access to the brand search. And that's the main search we're going to do. But if you're going to take wholesale seriously, I would definitely recommend getting Smart Scout. It is totally worth it. It is one of the most valuable softwares I've ever seen in terms of wholesale stuff. So we're going to go to the brand section in order to run this search to find a profitable brand to potentially sell on Amazon. So obviously there are like thousands and thousands of brands that sell on Amazon. So we need to narrow it down properly with the right filter. And you can also save this search once you are done, which is a new feature of Smart Scout. They kind of updated the filters here and then they allow you to save a filter. So we are going to start with the category. Let's say you pick a niche. If you're in health and household for a lot of your products, health and household would make sense to start there. You can obviously do beauty. You can do home and kitchen. You can run the same exact search with a different category if you'd like. So the first thing we're going to do is average number of sellers, at least 3. We want to exclude a lot of private label stuff. So we want to have at least 3 sellers. And then we're going to go to Amazon in-stock rate. So this is subjective because you can, convince a brand to stop working with Amazon if they, let's say they're partnered with Amazon, because there are a lot of issues that Amazon, they don't follow maps, stuff like that, which is minimum advertised price. So it's not impossible to do it that way, but for the purpose of this video, we're going to show Amazon in stock only 15% of the time max. And the next thing is, for example, if you have a prep center, you might want to do $15 to $20 as a minimum price. So let's hit 15 as a minimum. So this means the average sale price of their product will be 15 or higher. And then the next category you want to do is monthly revenue. Obviously, this max would range on how much capital you're working with. So I would say as a rule of thumb to stay below 200,000 revenue per month, because the higher the revenue goes, the more likely their MOQ is going to be a lot higher. And a lot of beginner sellers might not be able to justify that. If they have to spend, let's say $50K a month with a bigger brand that's doing $1 million a month on Amazon, it's going to be pretty difficult for you to do that. So that's why I would say try to stay on these smaller brands and then help them grow as they start to get bigger and bigger and bigger. But I would say choose 100 to 200,000 as a max, 20,000 as a minimum to avoid like very small brands. So this is we're kind of meeting in the middle, 150,000 monthly revenue. And then the next thing is the rating. So we just want to make sure we leave out lower review products that have like a 2.5 star or something like that. That could mean there's something wrong with the product, or they're just getting a lot of returns and stuff like that. That's something we want to avoid just because it's just not worth it in a sense. So then you could save this search and you could input the brand names of the search. So that's how you can do that. And then now we hit the search function. So you're going to see around 600 brands here, which you can definitely narrow this down even more if you wanted to. So you can also narrow it down by increasing the sale price or lowering this monthly revenue or raising this to 50. You can kind of narrow it down, but like anywhere from like 100 to like a few hundred is a normal result for a search. We're also going to be able to narrow this down quite significantly if we go to the dominant seller here. So this basically means, let's say Cowear Direct, they are getting 78% of all the sales from this brand. That's the company here, Cowear. So they are basically selling on Amazon. You can convince them to stop selling on Amazon if they don't like it. Obviously, it's possible. But for the purpose of this video, we'll just try to weave this down a little bit. And I like to try to convince them that we can be that authorized seller or that main seller at least one of the core 3 or 4 main sellers for the listing. So we can do like a max of 50% dominant seller percentage. So this means that there's not really a dominant seller for any of these brands. And they're all in the health and household category. So we can start to go through these and then see the common themes of their products. So we can view the brand in Amazon now. We can see, oh, looks like this is possibly Bang or BP. Maybe it's a variation of Bang. I'm not sure. This looks strange to me though. I wouldn't, maybe it's misbranded. So Abbott also looks misbranded. So you kind of want to weave around the stuff that's like, it looks like they just have some problems with this is actually kind of a sell point. If they are having this problem, they're not really brand registered if all these different products are getting lumped in to their brand. So this is something that you can present to them as well, just because it looks like a bunch of different things are getting mixed together. But yeah, that's something that can be potentially, something that you can portray to them. But also with Abbott, these could be like multiple brands just kind of lumped together. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. But yeah, let's say we go to this brand. So Apex, this is like kind of what's normal. So one thing I'm noticing here is that this brand doesn't really have like a storefront. Like they don't have an actual page where it's like accurately. Oh no, wait, no, that's not it. Yeah, it's like they do maybe. No, that was a sponsored one. So if you go to their product and you click on the brand, it just takes you to this page where it's like, if you look at a larger brand on Amazon, I can pull it up right now. So if we look up Keurig, like a huge brand on Amazon, obviously it'd be hard to open a brand direct account with Keurig, but you notice that they have a storefront like this. This is something that you can create if you become like a registered, or you become brand registered. Like let's say you're an agent or you're just the main person under the brand registry. You can start to create stuff like this with the A+ content, which is something that will boost the brand's presence. It's like something that could become a sell point. So that's one thing that I could notice right here with this brand is that like there's definitely a sell point here and we can do something about this. So I think that there is something that we can present to them based on that storefront. Obviously, you can look at their photos. It's just one photo. You can't really zoom in on the product because it's not fit properly. So that's one thing you can present to this brand. And it looks like they have a lot of different products that sell pretty well on Amazon. And we're going to go to try to find where this product is, like the website of the brand. And you can try to dig in and find information as far as like where you can contact, if there's a contact form or something along those lines. There's a wholesale application. That's what you want to look for. So there's a contact us part. There's a vendor distribution policy. You can read the policy, make sure you're clear on everything that they want you to be doing. So it looks like there's a contact us. You can fill this out and then, say that you are like, you specialize in growing brands on Amazon and like, we've noticed things about your listing, stuff like that. Like just, you don't really have to give it all away, obviously, but stuff like that is kind of what you're going to go for. Like you want to put together something that you can say as far as like how we can help you grow this brand. You don't want to just come in blind and say, hey, we want your products and we want to sell this on Amazon. Like don't come in blind like that. You have to come in and present like an actual strategy or like make them know that you have a strategy. So they're kind of curious about it and then maybe they'll meet with you. And that's how you would be able to get with this brand. So that is something that we can definitely try to contact them. And we can notice that like there is a number of sellers in this listing. So this definitely could be us unauthorized sellers here. The pricing is pretty consistent. It looks like they're following policy, but like minimum advertised price and stuff like that. But this could potentially become an opportunity where you can come in and say, like, we can grow your brand. We can fix these listings. Like this, they don't have a storefront. They don't have photos. That's like an example of like a pain point. Maybe they're not running ads, stuff like that. Those are like 3 main pain points you can try to present yourself towards. And they have a bunch of different products that look like they have potential to grow on Amazon. They're only selling 100 times a month. They could potentially sell a lot more with ads and proper photos and stuff like that. So you can start to go through these brands, one by one and try to find certain commonalities here on like what brands you can try to grow. So there's different subcategories as well. There's like sports nutrition, stuff like that. Now, some of these brands I think are like associated with a larger brand like Ajax, I'm pretty sure, and Bosch and Loam. So like you want to try to find these smaller niche brands here. Like this potentially could be something. No, never mind. It looks like there's only like 2 listings. This is honestly though an opportunity if that brand wants to get registered. You know, Melinda's the green sauce or something like that. They want to get registered. You can try to present yourself, and they only have 2 products on Amazon. So one's selling pretty well. If they had more listings, potentially you could start to sell more. That's definitely something more advanced though. So there's a couple different things here. There's like this brand, looks like they have a bunch of different products and they don't have a storefront either. Their photos are pretty basic. So yeah, you can tell these photos are pretty basic. You can zoom in on the photo. That's kind of what I was talking about before. But yeah, there's no storefront. This product sells a lot though. Imagine if the listing was like optimal. So there's definitely an opportunity. You can obviously look at the description. There's not really much to say about the item. It's pretty basic. There's definitely some work that can be done with this product. So that's kind of how you should present yourself, and then try to contact them from there and then see what you can do. So we can go to the website. There they are. Looks like this might be a Canadian brand. So maybe if you are in Canada, this could be good. So you can contact them on the form, and that can definitely help you, get your foot in the door and then present them with some value as far as like what's wrong with their listings. That's how you're going to really land some brand direct accounts. But Smart Scout will help you get to that point where you are finding these types of brands to take advantage of, because there's a lot of opportunity in like growing potential brands when their listings are not exactly optimal. They're not really up to the standard that they could be at. So that's kind of how you should present it. And Smart Scout will give you a great way to find these brands, and it's super easy to go navigate in and out. You can click on there, and you'll see the products. You see all this branded products here, and you can kind of present your angle that way. So yeah, I hope you guys got some value from this video. And also just want to cover other things. So it also says like average number of sellers, average sale price right there. You can sort the filters however you want. It's going monthly revenue all the way up to down. And the monthly units sold, you're getting an idea of their ratings, their product count, their brand score, the dominant seller. So yeah, and it also tells you if they have an actual storefront. So that's kind of a good sign there. If it tells you all that stuff, it tells you a lot of different things. And it also says the dominant country. So you can sort it by US if you only want to work with US brands, which would make sense. So yeah, and it gives you the dominant seller and how many sales they get or how many the total dominant buy box they get out of all the listings. So yeah, I hope you guys got some value from this video and learned a thing or two about navigating and finding that first brand direct account for your Amazon business. So as always though, if you got value, please drop a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. See you on the next one.